My sister thought grief made me weak and vulnerable, so I showed her what it actually made me. My sister is a corrupt CPS worker. For as long as I can remember, she's abused her power to help her friends. Didn't matter if the home was neglectful or downright abusive. If the parent was someone she was on good terms with, she'd request a check off them, then turn a blind eye to whatever was going on and declare the home safe. It was really horrible, and about a year ago, I experienced it myself. I was a single mother to a 4-month-old baby, and my husband's funeral had only happened 2 weeks ago when my sister popped by for a wellness check. She had Claire, her infertile best friend, with her. They exchanged knowing looks at my door. I asked them what was going on and why they were here, and my sister told me it was just to make sure I'm not letting grief stop me from caring for my baby. She walked around the house noting down dishes in the sink and documented my daughter crying because her nappy, that I was about to change, was full. Claire even had the audacity to ask to hold my daughter. "I'll never have children of my own," she said in this sad, almost teary voice. They ended up leaving with my sister telling me she'll be back, saying she was sorry but this house needed another inspection. Sure enough, a week later, I was feeding my daughter while holding my husband's photo when my sister appeared with Claire again. I asked her why Claire was here, and she told me she just ran into her, and because Claire just loved my baby so much and wanted to see her again, she figured she'd let her come with her. I remember being in literal tears talking to them. I had just played my husband and I's favorite song, but my sister documented my crying as emotional instability. Claire commented to my sister that surely developing around such grief wasn't healthy for a baby. My sister nodded and said she would note it down. They left again, this time making comments about how I should seriously consider giving my baby up. I remember wanting to scream, but I was so grief-stricken I could barely think. Next thing I knew, I found myself hearing my sister talk about Claire's baby plans during a family dinner. She was describing her new nursery with excitement. She mentioned the perfect pink walls and the butterfly mobile that played Mozart. Then she talked about the soft gray elephant rocker. My blood went cold. Those were my daughter's exact things. The pink she loved, the specific mobile, the elephant my husband bought before he died. That's when I snapped. I excused myself to the bathroom and stared at the mirror. I knew what I had to do. I went home and researched CPS protocols that very week. Then I called my sister's supervisor about conflicts of interest. I mentioned the self-assigned case and unauthorized visits with Claire. I gave specific dates and details. 3 weeks passed in silence. No visits, no calls. My sister missed 2 Sunday dinners. I started to think maybe something happened. Then my door crashed open one Tuesday. My sister and Claire stormed in screaming. My sister yelled at me that she had lost her job, that she couldn't take care of her husband anymore. Claire was in tears herself. Her eyes were black like her mascara had been smudged. She screamed at the same time as my sister, saying that she had been blacklisted from every adoption agency. Now she would never be able to have kids. They were both absolutely irate. But the thing was, as they ranted and their voices merged into one incoherent temper tantrum, I couldn't help it. A small smile formed on my face. That's when they saw my expression change. "You think this is funny?" they yelled basically in unison. I went to backtrack and tell them no, but before I even could, they looked at each other and suddenly bolted up the stairs towards my daughter's room. Full story on channel, linked below.